Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, this is not what my makeup normally would look like. I did a full face using only liquids video a couple of videos back, and I'm wearing the same makeup. Filming this intro on the same day because I am about to go take off my makeup, go scrub off the remainder of the tan that I already have on. It's not like there's not very much left. And I am going to be testing the Primark PS Bronze Radiant Glow Self Tan Mousse. This is the medium to dark one. It cost me £3 and I'm gonna test this so you don't have to, and we're gonna test it over the next week, see how it lasts, see if it's decent. Wish me luck. I've got a couple meetings this week and I might look like a Satsuma, but we'll find out. Okay, so I'm dying to take off this makeup, but just quickly a little bit about this tan. There isn't actually many instructions on it. I opened up the back of this and it just says, using a mitt, apply the mousse in circular motion starting from your ankles upwards. Use the residue on the mitt only for hands, ankles, feet and face. That's it. The rest of it is in other languages, just explaining the same thing. It doesn't say how long you're supposed to leave it on for. It doesn't say whether or not it's a wash off tan. It doesn't say how long it's supposed to last. I have no idea what this is going to be like. I think they had the shades light, medium to dark, and then they had extra dark. I went for medium to dark just to be on the safe side because I normally go for a medium tan because yeah, I was feeling that maybe if it did go wrong, this one would not be as noticeable. And I'm not really brave enough to try extra dark tan yet because I haven't really been tanning for that long. I've only been using fake tan since February, so I'm still pretty new to all of this, so I'll probably do some stuff wrong, but this is just how I do mine. So I am gonna go jump in the shower, scrub off the remainder of this and get my makeup off and everything. So I'll be back when I'm pale and makeupless and probably looking like a wet fish. So I'm now pale again. When I normally tan, I will just exfoliate in the shower, and then when I get out I put on a bit of the Body Shop almond milk body yogurt. I've also got the strawberry one, but I really love the smell of the almond milk one for some reason, which is really random. But because that sinks in really well, I put a tiny bit of that on my these bits here above my armpits, because I find that they kind of stick tan really easily. Also I put some on my elbows, my knees and my ankles, but only a tiny bit, just so that it doesn't get stuck. And also I know that a lot of people don't like to tan straight out of the shower as well. What I do at the end of my shower is if I'm going to be tanning straight afterwards, I'll do a cold burst of water to close all my pores. I've got a skinny tan tanning mitt, and then to get hard areas of my back I use one of these makeup brushes. And I just quickly want to say as well, obviously I'm gonna show you a little bit on my arms and my legs to see what the colour's like, but then I'm gonna do what I normally do and get fully naked and put the tan on. I'm not gonna be showing that on camera because that would not be very PG and I would not want to have my nudes online. Also, please just excuse the mess in the background. Sorry, the lighting isn't that great. Oh, okay, it's a very golden colour, it looks like. Let's do my leg first. It actually smells quite nice. This is so hard to do on camera. Can you see the difference in my legs? Oh god, it looks so patchy on my thigh. Okay, so if I just show you the difference between my legs, it looks quite dark. I'm hoping that's just the guide colour. Well, actually, I don't know. I wouldn't mind if it was this tanned. It definitely looks quite orange in real life. I feel like on camera it's looking a bit more brown. Sorry about my gross legs, by the way, but yeah, there we go. That's a comparison. Because it's really difficult to film, I'm just going to do the rest of my body. You can see how pale I am now. I'm going to do the rest of my body and then I'll be back. Okay, so just showing you the top half of my shoulders. Trying not to expose too much. I'm about to put it on my face, but you can see the rest of my body's actually gone pretty dark. I always put my self tanner on my face and I never have any problems with it, but I feel like my face has now gone darker than my body. Okay, so I currently look ridiculous. My face is so dark. I feel like none of it's stuck to my neck and it's really stuck to my face. But what I've just done is I stood around in my room for 15 minutes for it to dry. It still feels a bit sticky on my skin. What I normally do before I put clothes on, oh yeah, by the way, I always wear a long sleeve top. This is one that I got from Summer in the City. And then also some long kind of pajama bottoms, just so that everything is kind of contained and my skin doesn't touch my skin. But what I usually do before I get changed is I just get a little bit of translucent powder, a loose powder, and a powder brush, and just powder the creases in between my arms, my underarms where the skin kind of meets the skin, the like creases underneath my butt, just so that like I feel like I'm sticking together less, because I really hate the sticky feeling. But yeah, the time is now 2:45 in the afternoon. I'm gonna wash this off before I go to bed, so it should be on for like a good 7-8 hours. Wish me luck. So this is me sitting at my desk in like natural lighting. I've just moved my clothes pile to my bed. When I first put it on, it smelled kind of like fruity and tropical, but now that it's like fully on, and it's been on for maybe like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes from when I applied it, it's starting to get that like classic fake tan smell, which to be honest, I don't actually mind that much. Sometimes I let my tan develop overnight, sometimes I let it develop during the day, just depending like what I'm doing the next day. I would have done this overnight, however tomorrow morning I've got to wake up really early to go to a meeting, so I wouldn't be able to like show you the results once I just showered. I'm now going to edit today's video, which is Wednesday. I'll check back with you guys when it's time to wash this off. So just a little update, I've been editing. This has been on for about 2 hours. I feel like it's definitely developing, but on like, it's so much darker. On camera it doesn't look that bad, but it's so much darker on my face than like the rest of my body. My fingers have gone really dark, but then the rest of my hands and arms haven't gone that dark. Oh my god. Okay, right, this lighting is weird, but oh, so it's now been, what's the time now? It is like 20 to 8, so it's nearly 7:45, which means this has been on for 5 hours, and it looks so dark. Okay, if I just come over here, it looks, well, I was gonna say it looks more normal, but it definitely doesn't look normal. Look how orange my face is, and my hands have gone so orange. My neck hasn't really, but there's this random patch on my neck that's gone like really dark, and it's looking like a hickey when it's not, and I think it's just like a, I don't know, maybe I didn't exfoliate my neck properly. But like, it hasn't really, my neck hasn't gone that dark, my face is really dark, my hands and my knuckles are so dark. I'm hoping that when this washes off, oh my god, on camera I just look really red. I'm hoping that when it washes off it's gonna look a lot more normal, but I've never had a fake tan go this dark. I think because a lot of the tans that I use in the medium shade. If it comes out this orange, I might have to do some serious scrubbing, because I've got a meeting like really early tomorrow morning. So right now I'm trying to work out whether my face has had a reaction to this product. Okay, I'm looking really oily because obviously I haven't cleansed my face since I cleansed it this morning. But my face is red. It's now like 8:45, so this has been on, so it's like 8:45. When did I put it on? 2:45. It's been on for 6 hours now, but honestly I'm thinking I might just go and wash it off, because I don't really want it to get any darker than this. I know that even after you wash it off, it can like sometimes keep developing anyway, so I'm just gonna finish watching Sophie Louise's new video, and then I think I'm gonna go wash it off, because this is plenty dark enough for me. Look at my teeth compared to my face. Okay, so the time is 9:01. I mean, yeah, that looks like it's dark enough for me. This video is definitely a bit too up close and personal, but I just got out the shower, and as you can see, a lot of the colour has come off, which I'm kind of happy about, but also at the same time, okay, my hands, my fingers especially, are still really dark. The patchiness went from my neck. I actually look a lot lighter on camera than I do in real life, but my back has gone so patchy, and I don't know why. It doesn't normally do this when I tan. Like, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but my back has just gone so patchy. So I've just put on the softbox lights in my room, and I've changed back in to the bikini that I was wearing before I started tanning. So hopefully you can kind of see the colour difference. Actually, looking at it in my bedroom, I do actually really like the colour of it. Like, I think it's a nice colour. Maybe if I'd have left it on longer I would have gone even darker than this, but for me this is like a decent level of tan and just like a nice kind of sun-kissed glow. This is actually like the worst tripod ever. I've got all my bottles of stuff in the way. But if you look at like my stomach and my arms, you can't really see my legs too much because they're down here, but I'm definitely looking a lot more tanned than I was at the start. And then my back, hopefully this is in shot and you can see that. I don't know, my back looks a little bit patchy. However, that could just be because I can't really reach my back very well. I need to get one of those back scrubbers, and I also need to get like a back. I know Bondi Sands has one of those like back mitt things with a long handle. I'm squatting right now, this is really painful. But honestly, for £3, like if you compare me to the colour of my white chest of drawers, I'm actually really happy with the colour so far. Now, I think I'm just going to check back in over the next kind of week or so to see how it fades. The one downside is my knuckles are very orange, like my fingers are really orange. So I'm back in my bedroom. It's day 2 of being tanned. I've just been to London and back. I didn't bring my camera because my bag was like full to the brim. But yeah, I had to explain in the meeting, I'm really sorry about my hands because my knuckles, well, like, it's only really my fingers. Like, this part of my hand is fine, my arms look fine, but my knuckles just, it's worse on this hand, I think. Just fully sucked up the tan colour. I guess we'll see how it lasts over the next couple days. I think maybe the makeup that I put on my face today was a bit too light, like compared to the rest of me, but like on my arms and everything looks fine. Actually, I forgot to mention yesterday, my elbows are not looking so great. Like, look at this elbow. If I was to use this again, I would just really need to moisturize my fingers and my elbows even more before I put this on. Like, when you look at my fingers compared to the rest of me, it's just my knuckles that look really bad. And like, it's made my hands go really dry, so I've just put on some like hand cream, but look at that, it looks so bad. Okay, so today is Friday. I put this tan on Wednesday, so it's now been on for 2 days. I have to say, I filmed a video yesterday where I was like trying on a bunch of different outfits. You guys will see that on my channel previously, hopefully. And my tan actually looked really good. I was really happy with the colour of it. On my arms and everything, okay, it looks really light, like by the window here. I feel like standing over here is definitely more accurate. I really like the colour of it on my arms. There's a little patch like on my wrist that always goes a bit patchy because I wear my Fitbit all the time, so it always rubs off there, but normally it's just covered by my Fitbit. Obviously, like, a lot of it is kind of worn off my face now because I've washed my face multiple times. I would say the only bits that have gone wrong with this tan are my feet are looking a bit orange. I'm not going to show you my feet because that's gross. My elbows, but it's only really this elbow. My fingers, I tried scrubbing them in the shower this morning, but they're still, like, my knuckles are still so orange and I just can't get the orangeness off my knuckles. So far it hasn't really started to go, you know when it goes kind of like tiger bread on your arms, I often get it like on the inside of my arm here. That's when I start to notice it like going a bit gross, but it looks fine at the moment. Like, I feel like the colour of this is really nice, just like getting changed on my chest and everything and my arms. It looks really nice. So today is currently Saturday. I put this on Wednesday. Just a little update, I put on some Tanologist tan drops on my face yesterday just because that's what I normally do a few days in, because obviously I'm washing my face a lot more than I'm washing the rest of my body, as in like when I'm filming videos sometimes I will take off my face of makeup like 3 times a day. The only update that I've really got from today is I noticed that yesterday my hands are really starting to fade. Like, the colour on my arms is still really nice, but on my hand you can see my hand has gone a lot paler. But every time I've had a shower, I've been scrubbing my knuckles, and obviously when I wash my hands and go to dry them, I've also tried to like scrub my knuckles, but the colour is still staying strong, like on the bends of my fingers. Hands are not looking good. So that's the only real update. I'm about to go jump in the shower now. I'm about to shave my legs for the first time since I put on this tan. But if you just look at them on my bed now, like, they're a really nice colour. There's a tiny bit here that went a bit dodgy and patchy. But I think that's from where I hadn't scrubbed off like previous tan. But the actual colour on my legs looks like nice, but I need to go shave them, so wish me luck. So I've just showered, I've got myself ready. It is starting to kind of fade off parts of my arms. I don't know if you can see there's like a patch that's almost like rubbed off. Even though I moisturised my knees, I moisturised my ankles, I moisturised my elbows, it's still like really kind of clung to them. So I think what I'm kind of like learning from this experience is it's quite a dry tan. And then on my face as well, I forgot to mention, it hasn't like broken out my skin or anything, but I did notice that like at the moment my skin is definitely feeling a bit drier than usual. And maybe if you have particularly dry skin, to avoid this, maybe I'll see you tomorrow and try and show you a bit more of my body, because I am aware that I'm wearing a t-shirt and jeans. So please excuse all of the mess around me, but today it's Sunday. I just thought I'd do a little update. As you can see in the mirror, my tan is still going strong. It's actually like worn off a bit more on my elbows, so they're looking a little bit more normal today. So wait, I applied this on Wednesday. Then we've had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tomorrow is probably the last day that I'm going to film for this, just because I feel like it's getting really repetitive. And it's kind of hard to show you without exposing too much, but a lot of the time with my tan, I get like strap marks from where my bra has like worn it off. but I don't have that with this one, which is kind of unusual. Like, this tan has actually stuck to my chest a lot better than some of my other tans have. I find that a lot of the time it doesn't really stick to my chest or my neck very much, but this one actually has. I think maybe because it was a medium to dark tan, normally I just go for medium. I feel like the colour just worked a bit better, like, and stuck a bit better around here. So I'm actually pretty impressed with it after, like, what, 5 days? So today it's Monday. I put this on Wednesday, and as you can see, my fingers look very dodgy. If you look at the gaps in between my fingers and where my ring has been and like rubbed off the tan, like, look how bad it looks between my fingers. I mean, I know normally my tan rubs off a bit on my fingers where I've been wearing my ring, but like in the gaps between my fingers, it looks really, really bad. But I'm about to go take a shower and we'll see what happens. I've just realised if anyone is new to my channel, they're going to be like, this girl, her room is a mess, which it is, I know, and these shorts are also too big for me, which is a bit annoying. But I just had a shower. I thought I would put on the original bikini that I wore at the start of this video, so you can see, like, this is the tan after 5 days. I'm still actually pretty happy with the colour. I did manage to, wait, if I just show you. I also tinted my eyebrows, which is why they're so dark. But I managed to scrub the remainder of the tan off my hands and my fingers, which is good. The only patchy bit I have on my arm is here, which is where I wear my Fitbit like every single day. And every single tan that I use, this bit always wears off. As you can see, like, it's still pretty even on my chest, my stomach. But my back, I think, is a little bit patchy, but it definitely got less patchy as time went on because I managed to like scrub a bit of the center of my back a bit more. And then if I just put you here, oh, I don't really know if you can see my legs, they are still pretty even. But in conclusion for this tan, it was only £3, and I know that they have Primark now in the US, they have it in Europe, but in the future I think maybe I just either wouldn't put it on my hands, or I would just make sure that I moisturize fully with like a really good thick moisturizer and then put the tan over the top of it, just so that it doesn't fully soak up, because I would say that the one downside of this tan is it is quite drying and it really sticks to dry patches on your body. But other than that, I think the actual colour of it was really nice. This is it after 5 days. I've still definitely got a lot of the colour left. I know you can't see too well, but I've shaved my legs twice since wearing this and my legs are still tanned. They're definitely, like, they've definitely lost a bit of their colour, but they still have, you know, more tan than my natural skin tone. It is starting to go a bit patchy in the kind of like underarm area and like this area around like my side boob. It's gone a bit patchy, but I can't really show you that because it's not PG. £3 versus like £30 for something like this, for example. I still really like the Saint-Tropez one, but the Primark one is literally a tenth of the price. Like, yes, I've definitely had other tans that are more expensive that fade a lot more naturally and they don't go so like patchy as they start to fade, as you saw on my fingers. But yeah, they're so much more expensive. Just maybe be careful on your fingers. I am about to tidy my room. I know that it's a mess as usual, but as always at the end of my videos I always answer a question of the day. So if you have any questions for me, use the hashtag question of the day down below. Today's one comes from Callie Sage and she says, why do you care so much about your viewers' opinions surrounding cosmetic surgery? PS, I'm sure we all care more about your happiness than whether you get fillers or not. So I mentioned in like a couple videos back that I was thinking of getting a bit of filler in my smile lines, and I know that when I'm smiling, because I'm smiling most of the time, they kind of look fine, but when I'm not smiling you can still see them, and it's a lot more obvious when I'm wearing makeup. Obviously I wear makeup quite a lot, but even without makeup, like, and not a lot of people at my age have that deep set smile lines, and I feel like it makes me look older than I am, and I get quite self-conscious of it, especially after I've been wearing my makeup for a few hours, because my foundation really sinks in. And I've literally tried everything. I've tried eyeshadow primer in there, like different anti-wrinkle creams, retinols, like I've tried everything and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. So I was debating getting a bit of filler in my smile lines, the type of filler that dissolves after like a year, so if I didn't like it I could just get it dissolved. It's not going to last forever, it's not Botox that makes your face frozen, I would still be able to smile. But yeah, the only thing that kind of puts me off is I'm just worried about, not so much more about what like people my age would say, but more people that, because I know that I have some younger viewers as well. I'm 22, I know that some people that watch my videos are quite a bit younger, and I don't want to put out the wrong message. I don't want to put out the message that you have to have filler in order to be beautiful or be a certain way or be liked or like anything like that. I'm just really worried about like younger people and also maybe their parents that are watching me not agreeing with that, and I don't want to put out like the wrong impression. So that's the only thing that worries me. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here. I've been speaking for way too long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this a thumbs up. If you like this style of video, if you want me to test anything else that's really cheap, let me know, because maybe I should do it and I will be your guinea pig. Sure, why not? I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I'm gonna go put some makeup on these dark circles.